Hi guys, I'm Alex, and today I am going to show you how I paint my Wonder Woman armor and just armor painting techniques in general. Sadly, I didn't film the building process because I have no idea what I was doing, but this is made out of an AliExpress corset and foam detailing. First, this is the armor before painting after I finished building it, and my cat tried to eat it because he likes to eat foam, apparently. So I am going to fix that with gesso. I got it from a crafting store in a pretty reasonable price. I am going to just, smear it around wherever I want to smooth out. I don't know, English is hard. Just Google it, see how it works. And yeah, I'm just applying it all over the parts that I want to smooth out. After I am finished with that, I am going to prime it with Mod Podge. Again, a pretty reasonable price at a craft store and a cheap brush. And always remember to prime your foam and gesso before painting, because one foam I don't know in English, sucks in the paint, I guess. And gesso actually sort of melts with spray paint. I learned that the hard way. Yeah, just always remember to prime with like 2 or 3 layers. And I'm applying a bit more on the high parts to make it more shiny. And you can't really see the detailing here, but Wonder Woman has a few scratches on her armor, so I'm just doing that with a normal kitchen knife. And I am looking at a reference picture to make it as accurate as possible because I am joining a contest, but if you're just doing it, well, technically I don't really think that the judges are going to look at the picture and see exactly which details are where, but yeah. Now I'm going to remove the laces and protect the zipper before I'm spray painting it. And when that is done, I'm protecting the zipper with masking tape. I am taking this normal gold spray paint and spraying it outside. Remember to do it outside because spray paint is kind of toxic and does not smell good. And I'm just going over all the parts that I want to make gold. This is from my Instagram story, by the way. Go check out my Instagram. And now I'm taking this black acrylic paint and going over the lower parts. I'm doing her armor from the first movie. It has a lot more black in it. It's sort of like more weathered, I guess. Yeah, I'm just going in with black in all of the low places and the parts that seem like they need more shading, and all the lines. Sorry for the quality, by the way, I filmed this on my phone. And as you can see, I'm just deepening out the lines and making it more... yeah, I can't explain it. Now, I'm taking this reddish metallic gouache paint and trying to blend it in with the black on the high parts of the corset to sort of create that weathered old metallic metal effect. I don't know! English is hard! And yes, I'm just trying to blend it in with the black as much as possible to make it look more natural, and yeah. And taking this goldish gouache paint, I am blending that in with the red and taking more red to blend it in and blending. This process is very messy and actually very fun. So yeah, I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm not a professional. I'm just, this is how I like to paint armor. I'm just going around, going on it wherever I think it needs more paint, looking at a reference picture, and if you don't like it, if you don't like how it comes out, you can just paint over it again, because it's so messy, it doesn't really, yeah. And taking a bit like of that red, mixing with black and going in on the lower parts. And just trying to get in all the details and trying to not get in the lines to make them darker. And I have some black on my brush, and I'm just deepening out the low parts to make the fake ribs and the fake boobs look more, to stick out more. Yeah, as you can see. I made the fake ribs and boobs out of a camping mattress. Now I'm dotting a bit of that gold and mixing it in with my finger. This is sort of like doing makeup, like, you know, in blending it in and highlighting and contouring, like, ooh, look at that highlight and contour, ooh. I've also been drawing for like over 6 years, I think, so it's kind of easier for me to see where I need to contour, where I need to shade and highlight. But just remember to have a reference picture nearby, and if you don't like how it comes out, just do it again and go over it again. And I am deepening out some of the details with black acrylic paint on a smaller brush. And this is it after the base. Yeah. Now this is sped up because if not, it was like, I don't know, an hour. But I am taking some black on a really small brush and just very messily trying to get it in all the scratches that I made earlier to make them deeper, you know. And taking some of the gold with the same tiny brush and going over like on the edges of the scratches to make them actually pop out and be seen more. And going over all the scratches that I want to make more visible. Going in with black again because I put on too much gold. And I'm constantly blending it with my finger. Now some more of that red to mix it in with the base more. And you can make them as sharp or as blended as you want. It's your armor, I don't know. And I'm taking some of that gold and a lighter gold and mixing them in to make the gold parts of the armor appear like more multicolored and make texture, I don't know. I have no idea what I'm doing. And I'm taking a bit of that black and mixing it in with the gold to do more the weathering and to deepen out the low parts of the gold. I'm just going over all the parts that I see that need to pop out more and be more visible. And constantly blending it in with my finger to make it look more natural. And again, doing this. Now, going over to the belt, I'm taking some of that gold and a tiny bit black, and just applying it and blending it with my finger. Excuse my cat in the background. he is really annoying. It's the same one that ate my corset earlier. And just applying it over the low parts and applying it and withering and just repeating everything. Yeah. And when you're finished with that, take some gold on that tiny brush from earlier and go over all of the details with a really thin gold line to make everything pop out more, and just trust me, it makes it look so much better and so much more professional, and just makes it look, yeah, just better. Now, the material I built this from is so flexible and the paint is not. So I'm taking some Mod Podge and applying it over the parts that I see that bend and might crack. I'm not professional, I'm not sure if this is the right solution, but this is what helped me, and I just did it all over the parts that I see that might crack. And also over the high parts to make them a bit more shiny and less matte. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video helped you out. If you have any more questions, comment them down below. And yeah, go subscribe, go follow me and us on Instagram, go watch previous videos, and bye!